y'all? My name is Chancellor Johnson, and we have Charlamagne Tha God. He's here in Houston. Uncle Charlotte, how you doing?
Chancellor, what's up, my brother? How you?
Pretty good, man. Now, 6 weeks on the New York Times bestseller. Do you think it would be that successful when you put out the book?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even think about it. That's the truth to the matter. Like I just wanted to create a body of literature that was going to impact people in some way. You know, I had a conversation with Steve Harvey maybe like a year ago, and Steve, you know, the original title of my book was supposed to be I Don't Give a F, This Is You, and it was gonna be a self-help guide on how not to give a F. And Steve was like, nah, soldier, that ain't it. He was like, you know, coming from where you come from, you got a lot of experiences that you can share with the kids, and you know that's what they need to hear, because they really do need to give a f. And when he said that to me, it put a seed in my head, because Steve was just saying, man, give people advice, you know, give them something that they can actually grow from. And I was like, yeah. So my thought process, that was always my original thought process, was doing a book anyway, because I love, you know, self-help books, and I just knew that my experiences, I could create like a self-help book for the hood. So I just really wanted to create something that was going to inspire people and empower people. So like being on the New York Times bestsellers list for 6 weeks in a row, that's just gravy. You know, that's just something extra that's dope.
So at what point did you decide, yeah, I want to write the book now, it's time to tell my story?
Maybe about 3 years ago, but I didn't really start taking it serious until about a year and a half ago. I would sit down with my man Chris Monroe, and he'd record me talking, and then he'd transcribe certain things, but I didn't like how that was turning out, so I just, you know, would sit down and start writing, you know, every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning I'd get up and just start typing. You know, I had my principals, tell the stories, give them to Chris, he'd fill them out, turn them into a book. But I'd say it was about a 3-year process where I thought about doing it, but a year and a half ago I really took it serious, because I just knew, like, now would be the right time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just always trust my instinct. I just knew that 2017, springtime, when they told me the date that it would probably come out April, I'm like, you know what, that'd be a perfect time.
Now, you don't really hear about South Carolina making as much news, you know, compared to some other states. So how important was that for you to kind of put on for your city and for, you know, South Carolina?
Very, because that's what made me. You know, when you look at me, you see a kid from South Carolina. I didn't move to New York till 2006. You know, I was raised in South Carolina, from a boy to a man. I was a man when I moved to New York City. So it's just like South Carolina is me. Like if I don't tell the story, or if I don't rep the state, who will? You know, and I want to give people back home from where I'm from that inspiration and make them feel like they can do something great. And we do got a lot of people doing great things, not even just in entertainment. So it's very important for me to rep South Carolina, because that's what I am.
So moving on to the radio side of things, you know, you're self-proclaimed Prince of People Off.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Now of course you have some big interviews that, you know, went viral and stuff like that.
And they said it never would happen.
That's right.
A repeat donkey of the day offender.
Right?
Kanye Kardashian is in the building.
Oh, man.
You don't know nothing about that, man.
No.
You sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
No sugar. Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me.
Yeah, but do you ever think, like, maybe I went a little bit too far there, or is there, you know, do you ever think about stuff like that? Or?
Nah, the only time I ever think I personally went too far was when I played that audio of Floyd Mayweather reading. Like, that made me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why. Like, I didn't get in trouble from corporate. I didn't get pressed by nobody in the street. Just my energy felt bad, because I'm like, damn, like, people was hitting me up like, yo, that ain't funny, I can't read either, I got difficulty reading. Like, I was like, damn, I didn't even use that moment as a moment to teach. I was just really reaching for attention and likes and stuff, and I never really moved like that. I just got caught up in the moment, because it literally was one of those things where we was talking about it on the radio, and then my producer was like, you know, we got audio of Floyd reading. I'm like, really? Let me hear it. And she let me hear it, salute to Sasha, and I'm like, yo, we playing that right now. And everybody in there was like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, F that, we playing it right now. We gotta fight the cell just like he gotta fight the cell, yada, yada, yada. And it was just a reach, and it just didn't feel good, you know what I mean? But other than that, no, because I'm never really trying to be malicious, you know? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being a cultural critic, that's it.
Now, that's one thing I kind of noticed about you. You're kind of really big on energy, and I know you talk about, like, believing in karma as well too. So I know that kind of, like, I guess you thought about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I might still be paying for bad karma that I've put out 15, 20 years ago. You never know. You know, I'm an energy person. Like, I really believe that, like Sir Isaac Newton said, the law of energy is that energy is never lost or destroyed, just merely transferred from one party to the next. So I really believe that. So I just try to put out good energy at all times, and I don't do anything to anybody that I wouldn't want done to me. You know, I can handle honest criticism. I can handle if somebody tells me they think I'm whack or they don't like something that I do or I need to change this. That don't bother me. So if that's the energy I'm giving to celebrities and artists, cool, because I can deal with that.
Now, the Breakfast Club is, you know, one of the biggest. It is the biggest hip hop show out right now. What's next for you? You put out your book. Is that successful? Like, is there something else that you feel like you need to accomplish or that you want to do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always goals, man. Like, you know, I love the executive producing thing right now. Like, you know, creating shows and finding new talent to put on these shows and just creating dope content for television and, you know, online. I want the Breakfast Club to continue to grow because I feel like we could grow even bigger. You know, like I look at all the legendary people who came before me: the Doug Banks, the Tom Joyners, the Elvis Duran's, the Howard Sterns. Like, I want the Breakfast Club to be mentioned in that vein. You know what I mean? I want to be mentioned in that number when it comes to like the great morning shows of all time. And you know, I'm just gonna keep growing and evolving, man. Like, I know that my purpose in life comes through service to others. I learned that a long time ago. You know, that's what your true purpose in life is: service to others. And I feel like as a media personality, I'm a public servant. We're here to serve the needs of the public. And you know, they say the people who control the media control the minds of the masses. And I just want to make sure I'm putting the right energy out there, you know, to the masses. So I'm just gonna keep growing as a media mogul.
Last question before you get out of here. You've interviewed some big names, as I talked about before. Is there one person that you feel like you have to, that you want to get done, that you want to chop it up with?
People always ask me that, and I never know how to answer it because it's really, I don't think about it till it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I might see somebody on the list that day and be like, oh man, that'd be a dope person to talk to right now, you know? But no, like, there's nobody in mind and I'm like, oh, we gotta interview this person. I just like interesting people with interesting stories, you know, and I meet people like that every day, whether they're celebrities or not. That's why we do a segment on the Breakfast Club now called Empower to the People, because there's people out there who have these great stories, who are doing great things who people don't know, but they need to hear from. And that could be just some random guy in Houston or some random woman in Houston. So yeah, I just like doing radio. I don't have anybody I'm looking to interview.
Cool. Well, there you have it. Charlamagne Tha God. Now, you know you have to come back to Houston in a couple months, right? You got Trade Day coming up.
The Trade Day,
right?
I promise, Trey, I'll be here this year, so I'll definitely be here this year.
Sounds good. All right, y'all.